Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. I thought I'd do a quick video giving you an update on my progress so far. But before I do, I want to show you a couple of things I've got in the mail recently. People have been amazing with their well wishes, emails, comments, notifications and things asking how I'm going and wishing me well. So it's been wonderful. I received a gift from Rosie. Now, Rosie is in New South Wales, and I'm going to pop a link to her website down below in the comments section, but she makes things with old quilts. So she's got a lot of tartan fabric, and she is going through and making the Helping Hands card holders, shoe bags, all sorts of bags, and they're on her website. I recommend going to check out what she's been making with all of this tartan fabric that she's got. But what she sent me in the mail, which was absolutely fantastic for my recovery, was this heat pack. So it actually goes over your shoulder, and it's got a great scent in there as well. It goes over your shoulder. It has some Velcro tabs on it. You stick it in the microwave, and it's really soothing for your back and neck pain. And having this sling on for the past 5 weeks has been quite painful. That heat pack is from a company called Remedii. I'll pop a link in the description for that below as well. It's an Australian company, and when I first saw this, I actually thought, I can do a video of this, we can make it together, but I'm not going to, out of respect for the lady that makes these. She has a good story on her website as to how she came about making these sorts of things, and I don't want to affect her sales, so I'm not going to do a video for that. But thanks so much, Rosie, for the lovely gift. It was just wonderful. Thank you. I've also received a card in the mail from Sheila in the USA, and this is a handmade card. I'm not going to read what it says on the front because I can't actually pronounce it, but maybe some of you can, but I do have a translation. You'll have to tell me how I sound, Sheila. Refuah Shlema, a complete healing. That's really nice. It's a traditional Jewish prayer for those in need of healing. Dear Christine, I hope this finds you well and on your road to recovery after shoulder surgery, and that Chris is enjoying his new rotary cutting skills. I haven't put them to use yet, but they will be in the next couple of weeks. Your YouTube channel is a delight and a great resource. All the best to both of you, Sheila. So thank you, Sheila. That was a really lovely card. Thank you. And the note from Rosie, just a note to wish you a speedy recovery after your surgery. Please enjoy the hours of comfort this gift will bring you and your hubby. So Chris is allowed to use this as well, and I have told him I'd share it. So I'll pop a link down below for that heat pack as well. Now, my shoulder. Tomorrow will be week 5 since I've had the surgery, and then I have 8 days to go after that before I'm allowed to remove the sling. Then I'll be able to start physio and get everything working properly again. I don't have much movement. It's been really fun trying to get myself dressed in the mornings. Chris has been fantastic. He's been doing my hair. He's been learning lots about putting my hair up in a bun, getting better at it, and he's been wonderful doing all the washing and kitchen duties and all of those chores. He's been wonderful doing all of those things for me. Now, you guys have had some questions for me from a video that I did a little while back when I said you could ask me anything. So I'm going to respond to a few more of those questions. And you've also given me lots of ideas for things that you'd like me to make in the future as well. So I've written them down. I've got a huge list to go through, and I'll get onto those. Okay, what questions have I been asked? I used to have a quilt shop. In fact, I used to have 2. I'm in a town called Ngambie in Victoria, and I had another quilt shop for more than 10 years in a town called Kyabram, which is where I raised my boys. So I had the shop there for 10 years. It was always my dream to have a second quilt shop in Ngambie, and it was quilting, dress material, knitting, craft, tapestries, latch hook kits, and all sorts of things. It was a one-stop shop for everything that you needed in relation to crafting. And I wanted to have 2 stores, and I did for a short while, but times got really tough. It was actually sending me broke, because when people buy fabric, especially quilting fabric, they usually just buy about 20 to 30 centimetres at a time. But as a retailer, we have to buy 10 to 12 metre bolts of fabric at a time. So fabric would take a really long time to sell. You have to spend a lot of money, but you weren't getting much in. And short of doing classes every single day of the week, it wasn't really a viable business. Chris actually got me into the second-hand business, so I managed to merge my fabric and quilting side of the business with the second-hand business. I'm going to pop some photos up on the screens so that you can see what my shop used to look like in Kyabram. He actually introduced me to the second-hand business by way of second-hand jewellery. I used to buy that online, and then I started slowly getting into knickknacks and furniture and crockery and all sorts of collectibles. And after that, it pretty much saved the day. So I made the decision to no longer sell fabric and sewing supplies. But I did start taking in alterations as well. It was a good income earner for me. I really enjoyed the transition from being in the quilt shop, designing quilts, running classes. I love working with customers. I'm really happy now that I can get to still do that in my second-hand shop. I get to sit and sew every day that I'm open, get to interact with customers all the time. I now work with fabric that needs rescuing instead of purchasing new fabric. So my business has taken on a whole new direction, which I absolutely love. Oh, now, Kathy's asked, how is Coco? And are Chris and I married, and how did we meet? Coco's really good. She's a little rat bag. We love her. She's a bit chunky, but she's got great personality. She's our boxer dog, and she's absolutely adorable. Chris and I are not married. We've been together. We had our 10th anniversary just a couple of months ago. We've known each other for nearly 11 years. We met online. We have no intention of ever marrying. We tell everybody we like each other too much to do that. And we've had a really great relationship. But no, marriage is not on the cards for us. We've been there, done that, and we're really happy the way things are. Kathy has asked about a beach bag video that I did some months ago, and she'd like to have that resized to 1/3 of the size. The easiest way to do that, rather than having to do another video because it's going to be a while before I can get onto that, is actually just determine the size of the bag that you want, the finished front of the bag, and then go back to the video where the boxing is and do the boxing exactly the same way, do the construction the same way. But if you just have the front of the bag and the height of the bag that you want, then you can factor in the boxing of the bag. Everything else should be pretty much the same. You may want to adjust the length of your handles. I just did a video last night on boxed bags, boxed corners, so that one might help you to determine the size of the boxing. So I won't be able to get back to that video because my list is really long. I've also been asked by several people, how do I price items? And I'll actually do that in a separate video because I have a formula that I work out. So it's a little bit more in depth. I'll go through that one day in a video. I still haven't got back to researching sewing machine needles. I really need to do that, don't I? I did a video just a couple of weeks ago on some items that I'd received from Temu. I had some positive feedback from those that purchased from Temu, but I also had a lot of negative feedback from those that are against it. And everybody's welcome to their opinions, as I am as well. But in that video, I received lots of sewing goodies, and I will actually do a video showing you how to use the tools that I received in that video. Let me know which tools you'd like me to demonstrate, and I'll do those in a video coming up one day soon, I hope, as well. I have a video coming up soon for a heat press. For quite some time, I've been wanting to get myself a Cricut machine and a heat press so that I can actually put some images onto fabric. I'm trying to think of some other ways to decorate the fabric. So I've got a little logo with what I do on there, and I want to try and to heat press that onto some fabric and have like a souvenir of our town on these bags. I'll show you that soon. Chris has got to bring the heat press in here. It's pretty heavy, and then I'll be able to do a video for that one as well. But I'm pretty excited about that one. I don't think there's anything else I need to go over, other than thanking everybody for all of your well wishes. Oh, the other thing too, I have a lot of people telling me that they've been making all sorts of things from my videos. If you're on Facebook, we do have a Facebook group called Christine's Home Affairs, and you can join that and share all of your makes on there. It doesn't have to be from my videos. I'm not precious. You can just share anything that you've been making there, ask any questions, or just have a chat if you want to. So that's Christine's Home Affairs on Facebook. I think that is just about it. Thanks everyone for your well wishes. 8 or 9 days to go for the sling, and then I should be free and I can start doing some things. Before surgery, I had actually prepared lots of projects. So that's why you do see some of my videos without me in a sling. I did everything a couple of days before surgery, and I've got lots of things cut out, so I should be able to just sew those together. And when I run out of those, Chris is going to have to come and put his new skills to use and cut some fabric for me. Anyway, time for me to go to work. I shall catch you next time. Bye for now.